Some of them are as bad as others, but in the end, they're all just a big bad villain, aren't they? Hi, it's bornagain here, guys, and today we're going to be counting down my list, my own personal list of the top 10 Rockstar Games villains. Villains from Rockstar Games that I enjoyed. These are my top 10 favorite in order. This is just my opinion, so it's not a whole list. I'm not saying that you don't have your own opinion, that you shouldn't. This is just my opinion. I'm not saying one's better than the other. These are just my favorite top 10 Rockstar villains, and if you guys enjoyed, please like and subscribe. It does help me out a lot. Let's begin the list now. Number 10, we have Pigsy from Manhunt. Pigsy, I remember I remember watching Manhunt, because I think Manhunt's banned here in America. I remember watching that and just being scared to death of this giant obese man in a pig outfit with blood who comes after you and kills you. I know Pigsy, technically, he's a boss. He's not technically one of the main villains. But I would consider him a villain in the fact that there's not really a main villain, I don't think. However, Pigsy's definitely up there. He's definitely creepy. He's got the creep factor to him. And it's just, you just gotta think, what if there was a giant, like 400-pound obese pig man coming after you with a chainsaw? You'd be scared, wouldn't you? Number 9, I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this due to the fact that I don't know much about the character or the game itself that much. However, I have played Max Payne 3, Max Payne 3, and I played the first one, I think. But I'm gonna get a lot of flack because I don't know much about the character, and that is the Witch from Max Payne. All I know is that the Witch is some sort of, like, business lady, I think. I'm not sure much about her. I don't know much. It's just, I know she's one of the villains of Max Payne, and, you know, Nicole something, I remember her name being. She's like the CEO, she's like a businesswoman or something. She's the one who killed Max's wife and daughter, and all of that. So I consider her the villain. She is basically the main villain of Max Payne due to the fact that, well, she did kill Max's family. So there you go. Number 8 is something I do know a lot. Number 8 is a character I do know a lot about because I played the game so many times. I think I beat it like 3 or 4 times, and that is Edgar Ross from Red Dead Redemption. Edgar Ross, spoilers for Red Dead Redemption if you haven't played it or watched it or done anything with it. There's spoilers for Red Dead Redemption. Edgar Ross technically isn't the villain until the end. There's other villains throughout the story like Bill Williamson and Javier Escuela. But the main one I consider to be Edgar Ross because he's holding John Marston away from his family. And then when John finally gets to see his family, he guns John down. Edgar guns him down and kills him. But luckily we get sweet revenge when we play as Jack and we kill him, leading to the end of the game. Number 7 is Harlan Fontaine from L.A. Noire. Harlan Fontaine, I played L.A. Noire once, and that was back when it first came out, so forgive me if I'm forgetting some stuff about it. I just find it to be kind of an interesting game, although it's definitely not one of Rockstar's best. Harlan Fontaine drugged all those people and killed them and blah 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 blah. He's responsible for a bunch of the cases and a bunch of the mysteries in the game, and yes, he is a villain because duh. You obviously have to have a villain in Rockstar games or in these kind of things. It's a cop show, or a cop game, so you have to have a villain. It's like any other cop thing. You have to have the villain, you have to have the bad guy, you have to have the outlaw. Harlan Fontaine. Number 6, we got the biggest dick in any GTA game, as far as I know. It's Steve Haynes. Steve Haynes is one of the 3 main villains of GTA 5, and luckily you do get to kill him if you pick one of the options at the end of GTA 5, but I'm not going to spoil anything else about that. Again, spoilers for GTA 5, even though it's already too late. Anyway, Steve Haynes is also a member of the FIB, and he's a massive dick and a massive asshole, and you have to do everything for him, but he won't do anything for you. He's just a really bad dude, and he's kind of an asshole. He's got a black heart. He's not lovable, and it really pays off when you get to kill him and snipe him off as Trevor Phillips at the end of GTA 5. Number 5, we have Lance Vance, the backstabber. Lance Vance, the backstabber. You have to kill Lance Vance because, of course, spoilers for Vice City, you have to kill him because Well, he stabbed your back. You meet him and you're like, oh, this guy's cool, he's gonna help me out. But it turns out he's actually working for the bad guy, and he's actually the one who sold Tommy out and told him about the whole deal going wrong. And that leads you to wanting to kill him, and you hating his guts. So he is a backstabber, and he is a massive asshole. Number 4, we have a villain that I don't know much about, but I know he is a villain from GTA 4. We have Dimitri Rascalov. Dimitri Rascalov is the villain of GTA 4, and I'm pretty sure he's the one that killed. You can decide who he kills, but I'm pretty sure he kills someone during the wedding, at the end of the game. Hold on, I gotta take a swig of this juice. If I'm wrong, correct me. I'm pretty sure he's the one that killed someone at the end of the game. I don't know. In my opinion, GTA 4 is probably the most overrated GTA game. It's alright, it's just, I never really got into it. But anyway, Dimitri is still a villain, so you have to include him on the list. So, Dimitri Rascalov. Number 3, we have Devin Weston. Devin Weston is technically, I guess, the main villain of GTA 5. Even though he's one of 3, he's still, in my opinion, considered the main villain. He's Michael's main villain. He's an asshole. He always screws him over, and he's just one of those rich, pompous assholes that you just really want to see get tortured and murdered. Not in real life, just in video game format. But also, spoilers for GTA 5, it pays off again when you get to kidnap Miss Trevor and push him off the side of a cliff into the ocean at the end of GTA 5. If you pick the right ending. Don't pick A or B. Number 2, we have a personal favorite of mine, the one that I grew up with, the villain I grew up with in a Rockstar game. We have Gary Smith. Gary Smith is a complete sociopath due to the fact that this one I know like the back of my head. Gary Smith is a complete sociopath and a megalomaniac due to the fact that he tried to overthrow the school of Bulworth and tried to become in power. He's overriddled with power. He thought he could rule whatever he wanted to. But sorry, Gary, everyone wants to rule the world. It just doesn't turn out to be as good for everybody. And that leads to the fact that, he turned the school into a big, massive fight club, like the movie Fight Club from 1999. Yeah. He turned the giant school into a giant battleground and basically got a bunch of kids expelled, put several others in therapy, and he makes fun of your mother, saying she's a whorebag slut. How would you like it if someone called your mom a slut? That's just pure villainy right there. And number 1, I'm sure a lot of you guys have guessed this already, but at number 1 we have Officer Frank Tenpenny from GTA San Andreas. In my opinion, he's considered the best villain in Rockstar history, and I don't know if we're ever going to see a villain just like him. Maybe if Gary comes back, he'll top his performance in the first game, and also be better than Tenpenny, but I just doubt it. Anyway, spoilers for GTA San Andreas, because we are going to talk about some spoilers. Frank Tenpenny does die, but at the end, he also sees himself working with Big Smoke. Big Smoke and Ryder, I think. They all together, working together, and they all, well, technically only Big Smoke and Ryder went against CJ, because Tenpenny has also always been against CJ, along with his partner, Eddie Pulaski. This guy is just a massive dick, and you just really want to see him die. Because, I know I said that about pretty much every villain on this list, but it's true, because he always makes fun of you, he always tries to find a way to mess with Carl C.J. Johnson, and it doesn't work out for him well in the end, due to this. Anyway, guys, that's my list of my top 10 favorite Rockstar villains. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. It really does help me out a lot. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.